Woman, you did bring your way. I did have a ton of 1.2. Yes, 1.3, 1.3.
Ah, yes, so much with the Asupu has said.
Woman, Dadam, woman, we are half for sister. Well, for the wine now, bunch now. Woman, you did bring your way. I did have a ton of 1.2. Yes, 1.3, 1.3.
Ah, yes, so much with the Asupu has said.
Woman, Dadam, woman, we are half for sister. Well, for the wine now, bunch now.
Can't show you.
Oshe akwana weye prema ni papa. Hwebe ma se no si gina ha. Hey sister, wo fufu di wa na hwe aba nche ne ba. Ei akwa ye kurase ni. Why does he I'm watching you live from a year we am watching no why where's I'm watching you live from Odumase. Munyina obi ahwe bi na mon kama manfo ne nte. What? Okay, akwa se wo fufu di na aba nche bajo. Agwa ye kurase ni. Ye news ni bio.
Woman, you did bring your way. I did have a ton of 1.2. Yes, 1.3, 1.3.
Ah, yes, so much with the Asupu has said.
Woman, Dadam, woman, we are half for sister. Well, for the wine now, bunch now.
Wamwa banche ne bajo. Said was here and him sister. Her wolfy for dinner ban waited to your classic tamam pa kasa o. One tina kurasi, I want the body gestures, want ya da. We so one tina boom fa pan in potemu, one tina cocotian in potemu, one take body gestures, yes da. Muamutra cantonment ne, a labon in a wine idea, where near ye camuntiasia. Was here a wolf for the now bunch in the bejo, ampa bunch bejo. Yenti announcement number 2.
Sit down, young town comment. Better catch up on the set. Say, no higher papa.
Adai.
Me catch up on to a higher papa.
Adai.
What dear some papa?
Hey.
It's Diaberia, yeah.
Why a day?
Cocoa bear bag necessity, there will be at one.
Sir,
born in a must say, make just a quiet 6 can walk. We'll go 6 can walk. Let us 25 look at the mamma, Cassus send you. And almost see a Sabbath, so 25 please come back. Yes, but it's 1 year stress over top. Near the family. And the Amuka, my dinner, a cranberry on a fast one which may equate my poor year, you must say. Would you scatter again? Tell you, dear, who Jacob a day. Pianino will cook for a sit down young town come again. Now, okay. What did it? Oh, I did go on Yanto. Not one cover dabba.
Obedient.
Would a walk. Oh, I didn't talk.
What do cocoa for? Pause it. I mean, some children. What do cocoa for? Do. What were feeding gun and feeding were feeding. What music can ye dear gun and fear be brave and fear and fear be. And never said was Sigina one and 1 in a year be our digina ho. Uhia, definition of Uhia. And so coher randia be watch a bonny one randia be watch a bonny bet me a crep pay and fear be do. Uhia was a one cop bad day or bed edity. More mountain across in a bad day won't yes ye. Ye quador foam, ye quador boja, ye quadonia disca that day no, a ye by day, or corner a human walk quador by day no, and only by day no. One tina kurasia won't yes yet, and you cannot understand the sovereign and the plight of the ordinary people. The entity of my Ghana, young Koswan said, we keep on electing people who do not have any knowledge of the plight of the people. They do not understand the sovereign of the masses. They can only assume. When you power in America, ne papa ni yesu ye dia ben ye wo ye ni atam MP dia ma no ye de ma no yesu en ye dia ben ne fa hi ne kosi hi. Na onu mu onko fom da ba de wonim ade kro. Wonim de friend ba de. Wonim de hiani ni go through, wonim de koko ni no go through. Si ye kobo koko ni abunu no abunu, ni abunu no ansa ni yakotu abegu apata, ni hata, ni de ensa numu amena wo no. Wonim ade kro etisi obi esu no yekuani a won tiase, they only assume. So we keep on electing people who are very far from the plight of the masses. Wasi sama anko ba de ya minidi We koko ni enso ya tu koko no agu ho de abesi fie wonya atofo eti enso okoba ide ansa no adidi you are team member of parliament no oti so wonko afuo ni mu bi da obeda ate ase ba de ni sun no akwai sun no osun obeda ate ase. Samuel Oloto, why do you want to be MP in Ghana? Samuel, menya madwe se meye MP in Ghana. Nebo me se koba se meye madwene a. I believe that when you want to see a change, you must effect a change from a table you have a seat at. A table no a make a decision, you know. Won't mean tenachiri na wonya hu dede. Now we expect say those are the table, the decision making table, no? They will effect the change you want to. And for that matter, you must find your way to the seat. Then the kind of ideas that you have, the kind of policies, the pro-poor policies that you have in your head, you can bring it to the decision-making table and make sure that those decisions matter and they count. So any day, if I decide I want to be a member of parliament, that is going to be my reason. I understand the plight of the masses. But if me ankasa me yehia ni moburo ni agya hini ohia ni buburo na ne ba ne me akosua bene wa hia ni buburo ana ne ba ne me timetia hiafo me ma me akosua bene wa akopani se mensa fom na wakotwa abe na yekotwa abe no ayan yakwa akosoa na yefri school ba ya betena ho ne atutu abe no na yetutu abe no ya de asigya so awo ne ye ufre ayi school ba wakwa afom a wabagye so obe wa abe na ma me de nensa tumu atwia ye ho ansa ne akosku etimetia hiafo ni so ase tie de me kan ye. So I won't just be wanting to be a servant of the people for the sake of it, but the happiness of the people shall forever be the happiness of me. Their plight shall be my plight, and that has been the reason here. Makonto kwa ne ni ye kura ye si ye kotro 10 cents dia yikateche 10 cents. Manfo no it is ani ebe no why sa ni ebe no obi anso nwemra ye decide so ye beko ye nsuro ba kokura. Announcement number 3.
Yebra Malik Basintali ni aid ene sen hwe kamia ye say ye aya do ye afu no emunwa no enwaba ye mfa bi da hwe say ye nyina ye dede
Start view.
Minu ya sa fe no be video yi so anope ya share video bo mo dan share video no man koka ye andisi for mpanimfo nsa yakopo be share sa wa share video no na anope yi uhu se me ye video yi a enye asembia ne se me mon send video yi emma eye Sadik Musa ye bra Malik Basintali ni aid ene sen hwe kamia ye say ye aya do ye afu no emunwa no enwaba ye mfa bi da hwe say ye nyina ye dede wo de hwe soro ha hwe account no it is Sadik Adam
na see aso na meyo yen ya wa communications minister ya fe na Kwadwo Sam George pejana betri fosu pete pejana betri obeti DSTV so ne boy de nchen kan no when I say for Sakaka Crofo by a party, why you? Mama DSTV for Buafu. Politician Jimmy Riano Kofa data, no baby data analytical analysis and analytical Kwasia Professor, a party I for Supete. Say, I can say, yes, I register same for from what. And then we call cry, as obedient trainer, Okuta phone him, and so your minister. Communications Ministry, what you saying? Yo, ya grow sana yet now, sir. Say ya never call, na say ya soon a mayor. Yamaya Junior Juma, Nayan Tumrican who said near maybe cost we to be a prayer. Say ya near Brabo no mayor.
No correct, Quadio. I fed you could judge when a beffy. Or just man, I've been in a year, Juma, they say a beffy, and I did yabem. Quadio. Would you who say who you say, you see, no, and you say, now could we see. When I've been in an air fee, and I did the Jana Yabem Mudia here. Go you smart. Well, you didn't know what I'm saying. What you're smart about, we see. Okay, yenti. Koyo, okay, yeah, that's it. Say odo de na ba yenko announcement number 3. Announcement number 3 ne say
no so a na waba ami adom Ghana jinkwa ba wana jomama papa de wa woni election ke yewu o he me do nyame ka na msabo wa asase mu abie ne akwahye mi.
A few moments later.
Stupid institution, if we call it office of the bogus nonsense rubbish, office of the whatever, prosecutor, special prosecutor, rubbish. And then Mahama saw baby and I say, I will not scrap it, I will not do it because they are all together. They're still together.
Hey, Mahama, because Yampani will too or call it for Chinitum, Unkrabimpa.
They are all thieves.
I say what been a what
hey,
Who fear no so na waba Attorney General so me nji Attorney General bi andida na akwa we oye Bahama Attorney General we akwa ya fese Dominica ni me nji ndi ba ko on je me nji ndi cha Attorney General
won so okasana ne moma so aye shen se ya kwadwo enso minim no se wo ka no kora dia minim kwadwo wonom ensa da bi wine na ya wonom enso said wo sikasa ne moma so yes one way ya no bia wo kaso onum wi to da ne nsam no we ni si ha na we akosi ha na anopatututu one way ya obi senso wi no wonoanom dia minim wonoanom aminim kwadwo minim if say to da said ye ne nsam ka no esi ha na akosi ha na esi kwadwo smart yamfa ne sa yanko announcement number 3 kwadwo smart onya smart yenti
face to face pan for pan yeah Charlie sa Okatakyie Afrifa say wa Jimmy chain wo
okay
say wa Jimmy chain we kwase apa
okay
video na ma here na wa edit video no de you brought a video on social media.
No.
You hear what I said, and you said I'm coming to borrow from the government. Your mother.
Okay.
Your mother. If I'm doing my promotion, and you're one powerful, and NSA, they come and cancel my fight. They come and cancel my fight. The money I waste, they don't have to give me. We are quite okay.
Okay.
That Okatakyie Afrifa, you think me, I'm there to come and chop government money? My sweat. The money I'm talking about is my sweat. The money I'm talking about is my sweat. Don't be there and be stupid over there.
Okay.
Are you stupid?
No.
I'm using my money to do my promotion. I take just 3 months to advert my promotion. Just 1 week. Just 1 week. And you are for 1 day to my promotion, and you are for come and cancel my promotion. All the money I waste get lost. That is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And you have to come and bring some video on social media that I said I'm coming to borrow from the government.
No, it's a lie. It's
a
lie. Okay. You lie.
Afrifa, me you can stand me I'll beat you. Anytime I'll see you, I'll beat you.
You cannot beat anybody. Because you make catch you pay. I tell why, my because I'm Jero. If we are some more fine boy, nada. Na me majuma, if we are some man ye. MC said that me buy a man ye, boxing. Me, if we are some juma, ye, me buy a man ye. Boxing. Na me hunu say talented me mu ma explore sa talent no. Na if you want me to acquire the license to kill, he said the minim say emremu no say me yam adwene say me ye obibi a emremu no enemy bidi. The only time there is exception to say bikunwa yanya me hwe. When you and I are in the boxing ring. I know, sir, in Latin they say voluntary non fit injuria. To whom he consent cannot be harmed. Now, exception to that rule is that me no ebe jina eye boxing ma. Na aite min traini. Me ma chance say traini kura akame kwasia. Min traini. Aite unko ade min traini me kame se pa kwasi. Wo. opa Masharaf. Right? Me bagana mayor. Masharaf promote. We mama Sharaf kwa iso promote. Me and you. We'll be anyamri. I need to explore that avenue. Boxing, you know, say I need to explore. Show my rebel. Adam Hubia, Akwasi Adwatiana said, Mentise Lilliput. When I am in front of you, I am mahusive. I am imposing. Mechuwa meshuwa nkasa nyasa agudiyo. Aite boys. Mechuwa meshuwa nkasa. Ukaze bedi agro. Na awe mensana mbisi yana bedi agro. Me posta biyabi. But anyway, that's on the lighter side. Aite boys. Morning kobre eye ya ampofu ankra so. Memenya ya ampofu ankra. And say nwura omoka minim de ntia menuanum especially menuanum hausafo ene nkranfo omunya ka nkran na mayibo mayile minim de the moment ombeka na so omo ho odin bi ni ade media yemfa nwura ma manimu nyame na fa fie na school bam ana akra kyese mabam na nka langat minimu na eye kobusa nash e okumase nyame pe ana fa fie ana akra kyesem ene suku semwa bam wonti yagyae na wo ye mema sam kire mmekwa Afrifa mani so a kobusa nash kumase nash macho mai kobusa no nga nkire na ka menemu na ye langas no na wo tegina menim na kase meboa kobusa bone ene bozi ene kwa na msha kobusa bone ni bozi ewo do St John's kobusa omo no mka nkire wo ye be show papa Odi ma krache 7 fine boy na be so yan matete manim ne yi mane na da na hwade ye move on we at fourth announcement
for mualim bala tamen ban kwabra nyura ala san so hino ina tafata bai
ala san so
kunya shambala for mualim
we ala san so yini ne constituency yasi Ibrahim ama akoto private jet katachie ya ne mom ne constituency alasan yiso ni constituency ana nipa ne nantwie na enum nsuo alasan suhini ne constituency enipa ne nantwie na enum nsuo enipa ene nantwie na enum nsuo Ensu yasi ya me yasa Ibrahim ama akoto private jet ne mom private jet nye ne dia private jet no ejo mama na ne dia eti alasan suhini wunye hu ya womanfo no ne nantwie na enum nsuo facha me no disrespect to anyone but then this is the realities of life in the constituency Tamale North alasan suhini constituency enipa no ne nantwie na enum nsuo wo maya yetim 21st century look at the kind of water that Kwame Nkrumah enananom enum look at the kind of water Mensah Saba nananom enum look at the kind of water Castle Hereford nananom enum look at the kind of water Adomu enananom enum in 21st century and so ofa ya mamu a yebu yi a yenuanom northness aba bedi positions of power more ironically when you give them power instead of them to use it to help their people omo de ya akesem won kran mekai wa abubefu ma abunfu menuanom northness enya tumi si ya mo tumi se wo di speaker of parliament yo so wo di president yo uchemu yie pa no a wo munya positions of power ya mo akwanya so mo nko mo krom no mo koko develop a no mo di si dan kase ya rema kase nkran o mo di si dan ya kase enso me ni wo mienu kase yi ensuo amanfo no enum ensuo amanfo no enum no ensuo amanfo no enum ne o mo ne ntwe na enum omene na ntwe na enum yan sorry free way yentie we
o ma nya wotiri yan dodo ya mo bo wo man dodo disable ni we wie school otifie
comedy no
On your day.
Enti penifo ya sabi aduane besi mu table so a enti mu feel say enti mo ndwen ya ho kakra mo ndwen ya ho kakra Bolo in Deuteronomy chapter 27 I say cast be to those who mislead a blind man adana mo yesa adana mo tete yesa why yaya mobo Mr. President sorry President Mahame Yesufra so what that sorry
Disabled for a mobile and Tiamanian said, John Dramani Mahama buying a buyer. Disabled for an Ayamu tow boot, baby, or motier. Say, one better not tow boot no my Juma at the Abua bino. And they, Jomama buying a says I disabled for no more MPP for. It to a power more woman in our quack tenefi. It in a menoka say several months. Disabled for an aquatenefia, a com a cum more. Disabled for an aquatenefia, womunya bianini. Disabled for an aquatenefia, or more depend, one more year no more and none you, or more year no more manum e soon. Ye jibinum, and none the yenuya and any afraid, neni afraid, walk kemwo. Said your mamma, memo no so bar for on yentino.
Your mamma, what's in and do? Yet, I am more poor man do. Disabled ni when we are school, or to fear, or comedy no one dying. Enti penifo ya sabi aduane besi mu table so a enti mu feel say enti mo ndwen ya ho kakra Bolo in Deuteronomy chapter 27 I say cast be to those who mislead a blind man adana mo yesa adana mo tete yesa why yaya mobo Mr. President sorry President Mahame Yesufra so what that sorry Yaya mobo disabled for yaya mobo
Disabled for yaya mobo Assembly dika eso wana beka Okatakyie Afrifa no poi me na meka me afa me hotan ye asem no edika why ne beka Okatakyie Afrifa na no po wono ne beka me afa ne hotan ye disabled for no comedy womo yo. Anyway, you started your first show. Now, first a year show no. Just so you know that Jomama Memono a year fracadam, a tro deception. One more enkano Corintino. Let's look at something. So, this letter was written by Dr. Callistus Mahama, who is the executive secretary to a year John Dramani Mahama. Now, Dr. Callistus Mahama Eka Assembly in 2025, April 2nd, or Chura letter was the suspension of the grant of contract appointments. So, Yeridia was the grant of post-retirement contract appointments to retired public servant staff has been suspended with immediate effect. Now, kindly take note of this directive and ensure strict compliance. So here John Dramani Mahama, the executive secretary, which is Callistus Mahama, on the 2nd of April 2025, last year, a issue communique signed by Dr. Callistus Mahama on behalf of John Dramani Mahama announcing said the decision of the cabinet, the decision of John Dramani Mahama amemuo, and they said all post-retirement contract appointment extension it is a 60. Now say all retire extension bill. There were no exceptions, there were no extensions, there were no backdoor arrangements. A clean, bold policy on paper by John Dramani Mahama Amamu. But John Dramani Mahama Amamu, the realities on the ground, does it reflect, does it mirror a year letter noa, a year Callistus Mahama, what they buy, Yemusasa question. Now let us have a conversation. Says, with this 60 years here. Now you're a public servant, you are supposed to go for retirement. John Dramani Mahama said, "Oh, extend this retirement and Emma Ubia." Sa retirement now won't extend no. And they young shad you. Menoka say acting CEO of GMPC, Kwame Ntua Amwa. Well, Chamu 60 years, say 66 was say, Kwame Ntua Amwa Dimfi say 66 beboa. Sansuna Bennett Aye Akantua. Bennett Akantua. Our no year deputy CEO for GIF. On also the 66 years, he is still at post. Sansuna engineer Julius there. Okay. Engineer Julius Kwame Kwena me nidino. MD for ECG currently. MD for ECG Edinfie 62. He is still at post. Meanwhile, John Dramani Mahama said, "Oh, extended Obia." Dr. Tony Oben, our see Woma Petroleum Hub, and then Dr. Tony Oben at this 64 years, he is still at post. Dr. Francis Barr, Deputy CEO Cocobod. Dr. Francis Barr, Deputy CEO Cocobod, and they were also more than 60 years, he is still at post. Sansuna CC Kweno, CEO for Gaming Commission at this 63 years. Still, he is still at post. Sansuna Ora Vincent Kuabenu. Water, Ghana Community Water and Sanitation CEO. No at the 62 years. Ora Kuabenu is still at post. Now the question we are asking is that policy now what they buy say won't extend the retirement package, Question is it still at post? Is it still real? Are these individuals above that policy? Is the policy binding? And also, because closer to political power, it does not reflect. It does not extend to them. If the mandatory age for retirement is 60 years. John Dramani Mahama, by through Dr. Callistus, said, on extended any retirement via OMA extension. Now, all of a sudden, these people are above the age of 60, and yet they are still at post. IGP, Christian Teteyonu, Waburu 60, he is still at post. Eti Jomama Bain Swakasa Shesura, Shefom, Wonyani Pa Betimi Ajeno Adi. Yera John Dramani Mahama, Abain Swakachera Shesura. Shefom. If the Minoka say Wakachira as of last year, said one extended any retirement on extended Wabwa. Presidency no wonder send for day a year contract more won't mean carry. Or say did I hear their contract extended? Normal contract extended young with 60 years and above he's supposed to go home. It's in a contract extension. Now the presidency is violating the very directive of Muankasa Debaye. In any case, we knew that your mama memuno kabibia or boa so nemuno say bayananka we yebunu say the entia make us say when say ato force ya beka kire say enkrofo ma call retirement a ye bo mo katri omukano. They are more than 40% of a year you pay. Public service for pay 40% the editorial amount for ika. So if you have issued a nationwide directive suspending a post-retirement contractor, there is no way so one gaza be brigiba jomama memuno or gaza mze Dr. Callistus, we know you are lying, we know you did not mean it, and we are exposing them. That's exactly what we are going to do. CEOs in MMDC is at post. Who authorized them to be at post? He said that one gaza policy, you don't believe in it. Now the question we are asking you, how do you tell the ordinary public servant to say on retire at the age of 60? We are politically connected. To say Dr. Tony Oben no more maka. 62, 63, 65, 66, and yet they are still at post because they are politically connected. So the ordinary servant in India, who preach fairness and yet who practices selective exemption. Dr. Tony Oben and I say for Omo Moroso. There's you himself your mama or car or chatro. So Dr. Callistus mama. When our science are communicating, when our Kasama president, you can be the president taker. Who set a standard, and yet you cannot walk your own talk. Policy as a will enforce you cannot even enforce your own policy. Dr. Callistus mama. It's a question. Did you mean what you said? Ana aturo ni nada aturo ni nada moya 419 moya frakadam amemu na yaka frakadam amemu yi ye sho se munyina amate eye recruitment eye Enyoma ekoso. Say aban will be a portal. We are going to unearth the lies by this government. Now, aban say recruitment na ekoso no. Don't forget, you were a year Ghana Armed Forces recruitment. And you were the other security agencies, and the Ministry of Interior. Ghana Armed Forces is not under Ministry of Interior. So, Ministry of Interior were more adhere, the prison service, the police service, the National Fire Service. Now, Aban say 5,000 slot for the Ministry of Interior, National Fire Service, police, blah, blah, blah. But Yera Mutaka Mubarak, Aturonti, will be a portal and collaboro 500,000. And collaboro 500,000. Tienyo. Now, and collab 500,000, or more corporate slot of less than 6,000. Ama nkolaya kwa kutia, and they atro and an identity. Enkolana kwa kutia a year 1,600 each. Chrono aban a wamane manfo adwuma. Wo se bone manfo no chrono. Wenim se wo fa nkola 5,000. Nanso we bia 500,000. Ama nkola no yesi efre bibi health dia ben omo kwa health maintenance cost 1,600. Wo je nkola nyina 1,600. Wo abra wonim se for even 1% of 500,000. You can't want some kai. After your work, you net a buying say. Or no dear, what's your man for this soon? And for that matter, President Mahama, I hold the emergency a cabinet meeting. Now, emergency cabinet meeting in Baya. Fellows of Osukwache and an Sasha says, President Mahama has directed the Ministry of Interior. Say omo increase the intake for 40,000 tenye. Now the letter coming from President Mahama, which was signed by Fellows of Osukwache, and it say President Mahama say we increase say recruitment, yenye intake of 40,000 for a period of 4 years. After man for the budget So, who read the letter now say President John Omani Mahama has held a high-level meeting with the heads of security agencies, Minister of Interior and Acting Minister of Defense on the ongoing security service recruitment. Following the briefing of the process, the President has directed that the number of men and women to be recruited to the various security agencies should be increased from 20,000 to 40,000 over a 4-year period. Are you serious? After man for the bomb, share. President Mahama ya dio nam si ye awurade keona taban se mo nyame se nyame af man free soro ama se nyame twedi ampo af man free soro ama amama mie bie nyoma ni so ankyere mu a keona taban de frakadam be kumo kienyo de entia make sa ne se President Mahama before see ye be ye recruitment bia no Ministry of Finance what in a budget sa Ministry of Finance budget no when they kind aye appropriation tienyo which is statutory so appropriation is say Ministry of Finance beka say misika me de ba say me ba be di na fe mu ni nyina no Ministry of Agric say na me de ba memam 2%, Ministry of Interior memam 11%, Ministry of this memam 10%, Ministry of Defense memam 20%. 80 ansa ne yebedi Ghana sika bia no ne ya appropriation nyina wie ewa bra the last budget a oru ato force de call parliament ema parliament gitum no Ministry of Interior ya mo 11.4% of the national budget statutory appropriation ya dia mo it's 11.4% no and no na ye behwa ho se ene emudodo sei ane yeyi edia fa recruit for and you can recruit for now recruit for no eka ye betua mu the whole year no ya factor it into the budget is a John Romani Mama be catch say ya top level meeting and for that matter you see increase number name free a year 20,000 to 40,000 over a period of no obisa question say. So 20,000 to 40,000, whereas there has been already appropriated a year statutory appropriation given to Ministry of Interior. Whereas John Dramani Mahama said there can never be any over expenditure which has not been appropriated to that ministry. Whereas John Dramani Mahama said, Assemble Walkano say a basse over expenditure, it must be brought back to Parliament for approval. Whereas the president knows very well, say already know yewo a year allocation a year say Ministry of Interior and Ministry of Defense. Or a year recruitment 10,000 every year. And for that matter, 10,000 out of the 10,000, 4,000 will be given to a year the Ministry of Defense, and 6,000 will be given to Ministry of Interior. How then does the president deceive the people by saying that I have given them the opportunity to increase it from 20,000 to 40,000 within a period? Because first of all, Yara John Dramani Mahama say already no ankasano. The Parliament adia 2 minutes say every year for the next 4 years, Yabefa a nipa in the security service, i.e., Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Defense, which is the Ghana Armed Forces, Police Service, Fire Service. You see, Yabefa a nipa 10,000 every year, which is already estimated. Now, as a John Dramani Mahama buying Saba, no, but catch say, you see, ye increase 40,000 over a period of a year, 4 years. First of all, it is already accepted. Say a period of 4 years, you better for 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Now 10,000, 10,000 in 4 years, and you're 40. It's Yadia not to that. So this communique that has been brought by a year of Ofosuko say we need to now increase it to 40,000 over a period. Now, Ocha 40,000 over a period of 4 years, 10,000 every year. So already it has been agreed upon that 10,000 every year. Now, so you pass here that war near Tumfutrogu and Intino. Then they issue this communique. Why you want to say obetiemu ya? Now yentie Ora Collins Adumako yentie ni yentino.
Minia, and no na say president.
Yeah.
Say you increase it from 20,000 to 40,000.
Yeah.
For 4 years.
For 4 years, yeah.
So what it means is that every year we are every 10,000.
Yeah.
That 10,000, I just want to be sure, is it just for the Interior Ministry and I say the entire security service, which includes military?
The entire security
the
service.
5,000 was for the entire security services.
So what it was for the Interior Ministry.
5,000 more.
You read the letter now, Felix Ofochukwu issue Nibiu. The letter was very clear. The letter did not stipulate that John Dramani Mahama met just the Interior Minister. Or say he met the security agencies, Minister of Interior, Acting Minister of Defense. So it means the number that we are talking about here, it is inclusive of Ministry of Defense, which under it is Ghana Armed Forces. So Ghana Armed Forces inclusive. And wamu increase every a year, 20,000 to a year semantics. It's a lie, it's a scam. John Dramani Mahama memu me say when ye wani a won tia se da yentie Collins admako yentiro.
In Parliament, compensation was to take care of 10,000, 4,000 to military, and 6,000 to fire service, prison,
Interior, and the Ghana Police Service.
Yes. So compensation the Parliament was for 10,000 people.
For the entire security.
Absolutely for this year, 10,000. If it is 10,000, let's say 4 years, saying 40,000.
40,000, yeah.
So I want to understand president increments. No, where is it coming from?
Hey,
the 40,000 has already been captured.
The 40,000.
But say currently 10,000 for each year. This budget has already taken care of it. 4,000 to the military on the basis of the compensation. You approve of Parliament.
Okay.
4,000 is for military. 6,000 is for
Interior.
That makes it 10,000. It is for 4 years. If I say every year, we have the same number.
Okay.
That's 40,000. It's increment in a president come. I just want to understand. That's what Mibusa will say. So 10,000 to 20,000. It's specifically which of the sectors?
Frakadama memuo. No one pay attention to details. Because nearly half a million of your young people have applied. 500,000. Now we confirm 5,000. Now already when him say offer 5,000 the call a fire service, police, immigration, any idea. The rest never call Ghana Armed Forces, which is already captured and agreed by Parliament. How then do you issue a communique to say, we have now issued a communique saying that they should increase the number to 40,000 over a period of 4 years, whereas already it is captured that it is 10,000 every year over a period of 4 years, amounting to the already existing 40,000. So, fellows of Osikwache, or your true for one can correct, Kionet Abai, a tronti womunia hoto. One pay attention, one tiasi. MPP communication is in comatose. And ya Duma Kumina Babuani and Dinka Krasiya. Instead, MPP communication by highlighting the issues of this nature. Most of them, they are not highlighting it. So desperate to you to know more per Jumayana. Abine said that or Mujo Musika. Abine no one criteria Juma Ranchen Mabawan in Yabinye. Atro into Nyamoto. Atro enti. How does Ministry of Interior Fund say, oh yeah, recruitment, oh found core parliament, Emma Parliament approve it. Yes, yeah, issue communicate. 80 President Mama so more increase. Ministry of Interior or confess you can't free him when the above double a year recruitment, you know. Parliament Amanes approval, so we increase it. And there's something called separation of powers. The only institution of state are responsible for the expenditure. The budget of our country is Parliament. They are responsible. The president mean can say yeah increase. Senokura na mom peneka MPP time under a year you can say former interior minister 12,000 and year 5 90,000 people applied for 12,000, which is much more realistic. 90,000 people applied for a 12,000 slot. But when you have nearly 500,000 of your population applying for slot, which is not even up to 6,000, are you a thief? What was I ask Camel man for no when you mamono? What's ask Camel? A binary scammy man for no when you be my man for when you be man colani or so a binary says Camel. It would be a byway at your own peril. A byway. Yentia a Collins and Makubio.
Minia, and no one say, President.
Yeah.
Say you increase it from 20,000 to 40,000.
Yeah.
For 4 years.
For 4 years, yeah.
So what it means is that every year we are no. Every 10,000.
Yeah.
That 10,000, I just want to be sure. Is it just for the Interior Ministry? And I said, the entire security service, which includes military.
Well, since I think that the 5,000 was for the entire security services.
Okay. So what did you know?
Okay.
5,000 year Canada, it was for the Interior Ministry.
5,000 American.
So because in Parliament, compensation
okay
was to take care of 10,000, 4,000 to military,
okay,
and 6,000 to fire service, prison,
immigration, and the Ghana Police Service.
Yes. So compensation the Mayan Parliament was for 10,000 people.
For the entire security.
Absolutely for this year, 10,000. If it is 10,000, let's say 4 years, saying 40,000.
Yeah.
So I want to understand president increments. No, where is it coming from?
Free.
Hey, the 40,000 has already been captured.
Over
the 40,000. They say currently 10,000 for each year. This budget has already taken care of it. 4,000 to the military on the basis of the compensation. You approve of Parliament.
Okay.
4,000 is for military. 6,000 is for interior. That makes it 10,000. It is for 4 years. If I say every year, we have the same number.
Okay.
That's 40,000. It's increment na president come. I just want to understand. That's what Mibusa will say. So 10,000 to 20,000. It's specifically which of the sectors?
Where this is a question. Siasi am frefele so for suko achema we are. Kwasisia wo gya ma dem anadwo kɔ no aye adwuma no aka no kore Felix ofosu dia ban dia be atro de wo hwehwe no na hunu no a ne ho nkete wo mu twa tro ye mu yani wo mu twa tro ye mu yani o Felix ofosu dia ban dia be wo twa tro wo mu nani he brofo wo we ne wiaw siaw hwiaw sa we brofo sa no de dada manfo no no tafre na no kan ta na so sa no de dada wonim se do kan atro semantics no da ne ho no de brofo da ne ho nim se manfo ne mo akiri ye bebo akiri ye beka goldbod scandal ne ho asem ba yentie ade wemra
state capture. These are the documents.
Mami din ya hame.
Man. Wabua. Every single just bad minimum 7 say. Now go jodi oguja to ablakwa ahihye adwuma bi. Mo hwe adwuma ne se do mbesi ya. Mami din ya hame. Mami bia ni ho. Mami bia ni ho. Me kame sepa kwasi kame man nine say. Mami bia ni ho. Muntie.
State capture. These are the documents.
Mami din ya hame.
Mami bia ni ho.
Man.
That's what is going on. Into the year can I say? Yeah, be bani. Into under the new NDC manifesto.
So we move na samonje. Can I capture?
Operation Retrieve All Loot.
Okay. Okay. Maybe Bisa Mahama press meeting or cancel
beje. Because President Mahama and Ubekaya. Professor Mills be 2009. Baby a your foreign ministry or yes foreign ministry.
Okay.
Omoton Emma cabinet ministers. Anka one Caesar. Anka say you to be in foreign ministry. Enti you are serving notice.
Of which bit my foreign affairs minister.
It has to go. Minia. It has
no Juba. Is that of which you could have been here foreign affairs minister. No Juba. Okuja to ne Ajuma shishe o. Mama me media ka be me ya papa Oyo yes anje go smart bi ye die no na hwe ade ye hiro
state capture. These are the documents.
Mami din ya hame.
Mami bia ni ho. If you also we anti-corruption crusader, now we fight for the people there. Obi din wo mu a, why do you cover it? Samuel Okuja trouble kwa. The true mirror of justice. Mimi apano na so obi din wo mu na say anti-corruption asam na aso fight here. Ada na wo cover nipa kura ni din wo so, but nipa bia ni ho. It is a made up name. Na yenti Okuja to. Yenko suntie no.
That's what is going on. Into the year can I say? Yeah, be bani. Into under the new NDC manifesto.
So we move na samonje. Can I capture?
Operation Retrieve All Loot.
Okay. Okay. Maybe Bisa Mahama press meeting or cancel beje.
Because President Mahama and Ubekaya. Professor Mills be 2009. Baby a your foreign ministry or yes foreign ministry.
Okay.
Omoton Emma cabinet ministers. Anka one Caesar. Anka say you to be in foreign ministry. Enti you are serving notice.
Of which bit my foreign affairs minister.
It has to go. Minia. It has.
So based on these lies at throwing, Anna President Mahama Bayeno was say all sale of state lands tienye. Or the ban atoso, it means we a government appointee. Won't mean konkoto cantonment in sase. Any nipa bone semina ye political class enwa. Mube wia manfo ni sika wia. Mo kwa na mo amasa ton state lands di amamo ho. Any day, anytime, that is immoral. If it's a cantonment in sase, laboni in sase, sase in the bend the central business point of Accra, which is Ghana. Which is Accra and Potemu. It's a nipa bonisem na yemwa. Anka sansas in yedisi high-rise buildings. Moba ya Bruchiri, Moba Italy, Moba America. Baby a nipa no the central business point of Eyekuruno. Yesi high-rise buildings. Said be ya nurse for benya bimwatna. Said be ya doctor for benya bimwatna. No much me a bejumantem. And a political class no. Sabi prendua se inkurasi semunti. Baby a dede wo aeroplane faswo. cantonment. Enkurasisem nti yɛse hɔ ne yɛpɛ. Oba abrochiri a sikafo no aba abrochiri no wo mote ekuro ne to do a enso yedie wo mo amani ate no political class wo mabeso manfo ne kɔ no state lands no asi edisi high rise building manfo ne nya bie no sa state lands no a no mo ton ma wo ho enti yewura John Domani mama ba e wo se wono de won agree to state land sales enti edi ato so afa ye da sɔre ye a yenhwɛ monkan kratae mame monkan mame na mente brofo Monkai Mamiu. Government lifts ban on suspension of sale of public lands with immediate effect. Sabro for yaje say. Sabro for mon chira basie me be ti ase. Government lifts ban on suspension of sale of public lands with immediate effect. Abai no osi state lands no yemfa tabono ento so no tabono no a wode to so no wono asa akoyi tabono no afiri so with immediate effect if say omo ba betwa bia ton omo ba betwa bia mo ho etibika kiro say aban no ye akohwifo aban killnet aban atoro aban a wose okoye to abla kwase ya ton sase am ye ho for that matter san sase ton no enya nyade yenyim free ho afi aban ne ba ya aban ne say government lift ban on suspension na brofo no kura mentiase e bi say what the ban atoso a wasa lift ban no on the ban if the government need the ban ato state land sales so and wasa lift ban no on the oji sa ban we di woji kionet aban yi di me it's a woji di a wadwene sei obeton sase ni bia ma ne ho obetwan sase aton adi. So you believe this government at your own peril. Woji aban we di at your own peril. Aban we won kan kore atro aban kionet aban wo mo pɛ more of the optics. Na jo mama ehye military suit no oye say ni eboje ne so. They believe in more of the optics than the reality. It me pesa manfo ne ti ase. Me de amadwuma ne se me bie wani information me de ma wade ode be ye de. Enyim asem NDC fo a mobile ya mbedidi atem a mobuafu mu amoho aban na ebu a mamu ofo kankan. It mbufu mu amoho. It government say wa left ban. Yo ye na se. Now, you're moving away from lift of ban on sale of government a year lands. No, Sammy Gyamfi,
if the NDC were in power today, are these the proposals you would have implemented?
If the NDC was in power today,
okay,
the price stabilization and recovery levy would have been used, whether in cash or in strategic oil assets, to cushion the Ghanaians, to subsidize the price.
Would you have scrapped the kind of taxes you have proposed?
No, number one, I'm telling you the things we would have done. So we would have used the price stabilization and recovery levy for its intended purpose, number one. Number two, the special petroleum tax would have been scrapped because it has outlived its purpose. The sunset clause would have kicked in. It would have been untenable for us to still charge Ghanaians special petroleum tax.
Would have been scrapped. Meanwhile, upon the coming into office of this government, introduce one CD a year special petroleum tax. So the omo kabiano, uju omudi wow, bunch of scammers, bunch of killnet people. Sammy Gyamfi special petroleum tax would have been repealed because it has outlived its purpose. Adia outliving the purpose. No omo ya no mo introduce one CD. Say the two petroleum so. Now you introduce one city here the two petroleum so no ano. Na ayi John Jinapo, yentie John Jinapo.
Hello. On this note, and on this auspicious note, let me make it clear, that irrespective of the one CD, we are not going to see an increase in the price of pump price.
Wait. So Sammy Gyamfi told us that the special petroleum levy would have been repealed. But the reverse was the case. They actually did the opposite of it, where they introduced one CD a year petroleum. Now the levy of one CD, and no na John Jinapo chiri muchire yese. And no will not affect any shape or form will not affect a
petroleum sector.
The prices of petroleum. Now, yenti.
On this auspicious note, let me make it clear that irrespective of the 1 cedi, we are not going to see an increase in the price of pump price at the petroleum sector. It is only an intelligent government that can do this. No, it's only a smart government.
Okay. So let's interpret the words that were used very clearly. I say it is only an intelligent government that can do this. Okay, intelligent. I'm not so sure about the intelligent government. But I agree with him when he said that it's
only a government which...
Okay, so I agree with him when he said that it is only a smart government that can do it. So here, smart is synonymous to AI. In this modern day and era, when we say something is smart, it means artificial intelligence, AI. So I agree with him when he says that it is only a smart government that can do this. Yes, I agree. John Jinabo, your government is an AI government. Your government is an artificial intelligence government. It is only a smart government that can do, because when you say petrol, 1 cedi, now the another 1 cedi become also it will not increase the prices at the pump. It is only when you are an AI government that is how you can do that. So let's continue to listen.
Acumen that can do this. You had 8 years, you messed the economy up, you took it. You gave us a haircut, you gave us higher inflation, a higher exchange rate, and when we are taking over and we are turning things around, you want to instigate the people around us. It will not work, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the people of Ghana knows better. And I tell you that we will turn this economy around.
AI government and then Kionet Abine say omobe turn economy no around. Around no dear here. Around ni nyina say na yam no kasei. Okoto petrol, goyo. Super XP no. 12 cedi 40 pesos. And now no aban AI government ne buy no say 10 cedi. Dem mo akọ 12 cedi 40 pesos. And now no AI aban ne buy no. Kionet aban yi buy no say 15 cedi ayi diesel 12 cedi. And they a movie from 12 cedi go 15 cedi 69 pesos. Now Super XP 95. A movie called 14 cedi 35 pesos.
But come to the conclusion that Akufo-Addo-led government has run out of ideas.
No, correct.
Hence, their decision to resort to such a rampant petroleum increase demonstrates that the Akufo-Addo government is insensitive and heartless to the ordinary Ghanaian.
Okay. So one cannot that the Akufo-Addo government is insensitive. Hey. It is also to petrol no insensitive ana. Afe wa musio eye Tehran Tel Aviv. Israel US Iran war ana this adiewe eba. Israel US Iran war. John Romani mama so ka kire say na you free Ghana call Russia ni Ukraine. 700,000 kilometers. Emfa ye ho ba bia. Enti we me da sorry ye Kofi Chei ana so oda bi ohene em say wo ye mistake a wo ye ne say ya relocate Ghana. Enti Kofi Chei MPP ayi Syria caller we very brilliant guy. No so ohene woni muntia ya relocate Ghana enti mesrewa. This is the new map of Ghana. Mesremo e say Ghana baby a ye hye no de entia Russia ayi Israel Tel Aviv debe war affect Ghana fuel prices and say yesremu a ze Ghana okoye benkum so a United States and we ye benkum so okoye nifa so a ye nifa so no eye Israel ana esoro baby ana Burkina Faso wo no say eye Iran and they say wo mo sa nipa mi ensan tokwa no affect ye pa Meseremua, they say you're changing Ghana, maybe I war. The map of Ghana has been changed. So, in case you did not know, the entire fool or no air costro under John Dramani Mahama say, you relocate your map or no. Eti map no okoko dru soro baby ana Burkina Faso wonu a e say nya Burkina Faso ne da obiu e say ye Iran e say okoko dru ni mfimfi enya ayi na wo obiu eye okọ nchen United States ana oba nchen a Israel ana wo ho now yenko na haban we dia me say wodi omudi ati ompero or they when did it happen? And yes, the boundaries of Ghana has been changed. Eti momo abayin fun say there. Ampa ibi was abayin fun say abayin fun pa. Na ye ka abayin fun ye sure say mati goldbod Standogbe Sammy Gyamfi. Medical ka chiram say jo mama memu ni se begu a Sam form yensa ne begu no. Sam Okujeto. Sam Sam George. And Sam Gyamfi. Sammy Gyamfi. Sam for the three Sams. Menim de omoji wo jomama memu. Three Sams yi ne begu jomama memu. Sams yi wo omo ne begu jomama memu. Edie na asie goldbod, edie na asie frakadama ban die na asie. Die si nyina ne se Sam Gyamfi adodo no anim se friend Sammy Gyamfi. Wone eye Standogbe. By way pa Sam Gyamfi ni Standogbe. Ejira tres Sams begu jo mama memu no. Mumi ya papa yi. Ora your friend Standogbe. Why day? Standogbe ye deputy chief of staff under John Dramani Mahama. Now deputy chief of staff under John Dramani Mahama there. One of the things of her super CEOs, ministers. Eti John Dramani Mahama memu no e koso no ano. You say ne company. And yes, this one is proven. The records have it. Say the company. Na ora ninua. Ora Standogbe. Ninua any Wellenam Dogbe. Ono so deputy director general of Eye Senate. Eti ye ka eye wonchenia memu family and friends amemu a. Sam Trefo no wonchenia memu Standogbe nie. Wa deputy chief of staff. Wajine aye sika suit. The entia wajine sika suit no machire mo. Ye wisika papa. Wa mo wisika o. Be sure so what 11 million a year scandal be goldbod 11 million goldbod. Won ti ase a me kire wase am what ase. Na se kire ne se owura yi Standogbe yi a wo ye deputy chief of staff. Woni ni nua yi aye Wellenam Dogbe. Wa mo wo company bi aye frɛ no aye Corri de ben de bay. But before see be kwa her company no. Yentie owura Sammy Gyamfi. Tieni o, yentie. Mo mark Sammy Gyamfi ade entuo. Yentie.
Nipa kakra bi afasika na kenten so a. Omo ne omo yere ne omo ma ne omo busuafo e di sika ne nyafunyafu. Ti sika bi ani wa e de be ye oman ni ye, enu nti na ye bre no. Enu nti na ukrom kwan no aka ho a aban ne nyeye no.
Okay.
Enu nti na aso piti sa yerehwe no ye nhu no. Okay. The reason is corruption. And until see a person may find to my prefer. I was saying, I any bre, I will cut as pro your dream so. Na yet sweat. Okay. Na and the catastrofe proyano. New angle be a bar, MPP for the bomb by the chrono ye pa. A dear your friend so sauce. So sauce in the chain and say a bind person did you medievi. Na incest say, Obefam Raquanso, Abemu, Ama or moi or more. Or pepasa or moya say you money na a prepino. Abanity there be me de shed them na me dia command nipa ba ko.
Okay. Eti ye kasa me before to aso. Ye nyina heya. Ura Sammy Gyamfi asɛm a ɔka no opposition sɛ aban no deɛ wɔde bɔ manfoɔ no korɔ no pa ɛyɛ so sourcing. Instead so obebiem na competitive bidding, competitive tendering process akɔsoɔ, which is very transparent, you know. Aban no say, oh yeah, kɔhyɛ dɛm ne de ama nipa baako. Okay. Same na ɛdi asɛm na asa aka bi wɔ apart from the waka yɛn sɛntie Sammy Gyamfi bi wɔ.
Doc, what is so special about a 120-meter asphalt runway?
What is so special?
What is so special about what government itself describes as minimal renovation of a building? And if Andy can put the pictures of the Sunyani Airport on the screen.
Renovation of a building. Tienye, what is so special about a minimal renovation of a building to the extent that it needs to be done under sole sourcing? Tienye, Sammy Gyamfi enu mo asɛm nie. This is the word of God coming from Sammy Gyamfi. According to Sammy Gyamfi, what is so special about minimal renovation of a building? So Sammy Gyamfi is CEO of a goldbod. Now goldbod, baby, and a Bank of Ghana dying that than one. Bank of Ghana dying that no, you see a renovate because goldbod a movie in. Now time a Bank of Ghana team no ne yentimin them. It yes a yamani ya first Sammy Gyamfi seal to a penishe. Any idea yes a yamani ya fenia tremuniade. It's ye be renovation of the Bank of Ghana dying that dano. Ye be renovation. Now, according to Sammy Gyamfi, when he was in opposition, what is so special about renovation of a building to the extent that it needs to be done under social sourcing? It's ye be follow sika, near follow certificate, near follow procurement trail, near follow emrana no one say Sammy Gyamfi no oka say chrono a ye bonefa kase no ye so sourcing no. And they Sammy Gyamfi boy ye chrono through so sourcing. And I'm stating his own words. These are his words, not mine. Now, yan shadie. Goldbod already. Yes, here Sammy Gyamfi say or pe TV ewo ne dem. Ewo ne office actually. Now a quarter 40 83-inch TV. Tienyo. Sammy Gyamfi akoto 85-inch TV. Now 85-inch TV no. Sammy Gyamfi to TV no 800,000, 443,000, 843,687. Tienyo. Sammy Gyamfi. A wono de no wasi ye bo krono. Sammy Gyamfi say ne office a wo betine mu no. Sa office no ohia TV 85 inches. Goyi no what wa minim so de behwepo no. So de behwe de ye o. Me hunu de Sammy Gyamfi hia 85 inches TV. Na 85 inches TV no. Original price of 85 inches TV. Enru even 40,000 Ghana cedi. Sammy Gyamfi nkwa koto 85 inches TV a oton 843,687. Semeka 843,000 na emo ho a enka tete 8 billion. 80 billion 100,000 baako 200,000 300,000 400,000 500,000 600,000 700,000 800,000 8 billion ne chi ana Sammy Gyamfi dia koto TV baako abebo eye ne office womu a womu se womu ye eye ayi social democrat for akromfo asefo sente sadia eye den na wutimi di TV baako billion 800,000 encounted to 1 billion 200,000 300,000 400,000 500 600,000 700,000 800,000 843,000 ana Sammy Gyamfi dia koto eye na any serious country Sammy Gyamfi should have been shot to death. I'm telling you. Such crime television ba kwa we here on office what the 8 billion in a chi most so krono we so e ka kire me kwa free say e ya ho ye anti Sammy Gyamfi say na dwuma wo be ye no TV a wo here no on office wo here 8 billion TV back wo here 8 billion now according to the contract no kitchen cabinet stove microwave aye install Sammy Gyamfi office kitchen cabinet minim so oba be no aduane wo so be ye den o sa kitchen cabinet no e cost Ghana for taxpayer 297,567. Tienye. Sammy Gyamfi ese ne dan tie mo Ghana for no bebre na mabobọ adam Sammy Gyamfi etuwoka eye TV a Sammy Gyamfi ene ne office TV e wo ho ene ne kitchen cabinet ene ne stove a ye install Okaboma eye to the tune of 1.1 million Ghana cedi 1.1 million Ghana cedi enka tetene 10 billion tie madwene ogoka TV baako ene ye install kitchen baako to the tune of enka tete 10 billion you can't 10 billion 1.1 million it misses 5-bedroom house ewo Ghana fully furnished 5-bedroom house 1.1 million Sammy Gyamfi dia to TV and the kitchen cabinet dia boni fee I need them the office while businesses are collapsing young people nya adwuma nje a teacher for yentimi ntwi omuka obi se ohia television obi se ohia kitchen cabinet obi se ohia 1.1 million and can't 10 billion na you to know sabi years have been preduasa ya adwene ne nya adwuma nti and they by this time the youth should have marched to Sammy Gyamfi's office so you to net here what is happening to them wa so obi timi yusu eye quantity 8 billion the to TV now you movie away from it na ye nhwa de movie away before say Sammy Gyamfi had a contract of 11 million Ghana cedi ebema eye owura Standogbe ni nua Dogbe Omo company no Sammy Gyamfi at the company be your friend Gracefield or the furniture contract worth 1 million and then MPP communicators will be a Sammy Gyamfi the kind the contract sum of 1 million Ghana cedi said furnitures and konya table are war twice in the office no 1 million Ghana cedi ne konya war twice in the office no and can't 10 billion and open konya de asi ni office etu de koka TV ne ho a e de koka microwave ne ho a Sammy Gyamfi nkonwa a wode si ne dem ni TV ne microwave e won office eye 20 billion enka de tiska 20 billion 2.1 million or the same contract name at Gracefield now months earlier ebi a wadi kama contract say yankofa nkonwa mrawo surprisingly company your friend Koresa was a Koresa company your friend Koresa was a Koresa muntieni now Koresa company was a diaba no Koresa limited no owura Standogbe our deputy chief of staff we Stansikani Standogbe any ninua we Willenam Dogbe ana sa company no omodia so open chrono daylight robbery and omu only a Koresa for you to know that Koresa ni ye omodiano hweniye na okọ wezo Standogbe ni ko for omodia sa wezo group limited na Standogbe ni nua dia na Standogbe ni nua no ofa Koresa no email address just so you know the email address of Koresa koresa@wezogroup.com tieniye eti company no Standogbe eni ni nua ana omodia now Standogbe deputy chief of staff eni ni nua ana Sammy Gyamfi award omo company contract to the tune of 11 million and 110 billion 110 billion mobeka ya meka kire mo last year say Sammy Gyamfi will go to jail Sammy Gyamfi will go to jail because idea Sammy Gyamfi yan wo goldbod hono a serious issue sa goldbod wo idea Sammy Gyamfi yan now Sammy Gyamfi ama Standogbe a company to the tune of 11 million Ghana cedi but within the 11 million Ghana cedi no there is a component for furniture don't forget that when it come at Gracefield a furniture contract of 1 million Ghana cedi now there is a component in the 11 million for furniture to the tune of 3 million Ghana cedi. So the 3 million Ghana cedi way ekoka the 1 million already as Sammy Gyamfi ma Gracefield na. It means Sammy Gyamfi spended 4 million Ghana cedi on furniture alone in the goldbod office. You can 4 million Ghana cedi name Rebrawa and can't 40 billion. billion saa 40. Sammy Gyamfi. It is Sammy Gyamfi office nkwano enkonya ene table ni ade one ne manfo be use no to the tune of a year 40 billion enka titiska 4 million. Now both Wezo Group any Koresa Ghana Limited no medical catchem say stand up with dia. Stand up with you ye deputy chief of staff ni nua no so one ne ye no deputy a year omo office wa agrenga no tienie. Na yema omo contract no it was through sole sourcing. When you mere coincidence, this is a year pure thievery and architecture to steal from the people. And you make Sammy Gyamfi, yes, and you.
Nipa bakupe. Nipa kakra bi afasika na kenten so a. Omo ne omo yere ne omo ma ne omo busuafo edi sika ne nyafunya. Tisika bi ani wa de be ye oman ni ye, enu ti na ye bre no. Enu ti na ukrom kwan no aka ho a aban ne nyeye no. Enu ti na so piti sa ye
Sammy Gyamfi epeso omudidie anu wama eye stand up bene nkrofo to the tune of 110 billion 11 million contract through sole sourcing. Now bisa Sammy Gyamfi said die enti ne de ma sole sourcing Sammy sole sourcing ni yentie no
nipa kakra bi afasika na kenten so a omo ne omo yere ne omo ma ne omo busuafo edi sika ne nyafunya tisika bi ani wa de be ye oman ni ye enu ti na ye bre no. Enu nti na ukrom kwan no aka ho a aban ne nyeye no. Enu nti na aso piti sa yerehwe no ye nhu no. The reason is corruption. Enu nti si ye pese o mai fa no tuma pefra e wo se ye nyina ye ni bere e wo kata hyehye pro ye dwirim so na ye te so atua. Na ene kata hyehye ne pro ye no new angle bi aba MPP for the bomb by no kro no ye pa e ya de a ye friend so source. So source ye de akire nyina ne se say a buy person odi dwumadie bi na inse se obefa mra kwan so abamu ama omo a omo wo opepa se omo yese adwuma ni nyina epre bi no aban ne ti da bi me de ko hyedem na me de akoma nipa ba akopɛ
saa na Sammy Gyamfi ayeye aban so de ko hyedem ade ama nipa ba akopɛ na Sammy Gyamfi de ko hyedem so de master ndo be ni nua company nko through so sourcing. Now the irony of it is that even by the time we had a contract in omo no na per a year so person ma so sourcing you need works and housing certificate, you need valid a PPA certificate. Now irony, Koresa only obtained PPA certificate in May 2025 and he had a contract in a year in July 2025 June 2025. Now the time why you did a year contract in a moment na the PPA said which of the certificate I think the PPA it will share a year PPA certificate now who but Sammy Gyamfi says still our person obo chrono and these are the words of Sammy Gyamfi. A person obo ye chrono nti through so source nti what the man stand up with and then the company. Now Public Procurement Act section 40 actually ye kwan ye fa so ye so sourcing. The only reason ye so sourcing is when there is no alternative supplier. When there is an extreme emergency. Eti we no Sammy Gyamfi kasa yesi ye be so sourcing na so sourcing ni nyina ne say ye mmie competitive tendering ye nyama nkrofo bebre nu amemeye bi nemo ye hia nipa ba akopɛ. And per section 40 of the Public Procurement Act 663 the only time we do so sourcing is allowed is when one there is no alternative supplier contractee nipa omo ye renovation of buildings bebre wa Ghana Sammy Gyamfi so de be ma eye korosa which is stand up with there. When there is extreme emergency, there is no extreme emergency. What is so special?
To see the works they claim to have done. That you would want to do this contract through so sourcing. Why? Look, what is so special about a 120-meter asphalt runway? What is so special about what government itself describes as minimal renovation of a building? And if Ali can put the pictures of the Sunyani airport on the screen for people to see the works they claim to have done. That you would want to do this contract through so sourcing. Why?
The same questions are being put to you today. What is so special about renovation of a year Bank of Ghana old building and gold board that it could not have been through competitive tendering? What is so urgent about it? But clearly Sammy Gyamfi wants to steal us through a year one Standogbe. Obeso we are Standogbe Ene ni nua wele nam dogbe. Ombeso mu wiya enti ana Sammy Gyamfi amu omu contract through sole sourcing to the tune of a year 110 billion. Now, causing financial loss, abuse of office, unlawful procurement, Sammy Gyamfi, one day you go to jail. Now, comes so conflict of interest, be any baby. Conflict of interest, baby. If it's a standobi, before you make a conflict of interest, let's use the words of AF. Okujeto ablakwa. Yenti okujeto say.
Article 284 of the Constitution is very clear. A public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office. So you see the standard very high, conflicts or is likely to. And in the classic case of Anani, where this provision really was tested, you know, Shiraj delivered a very, very profound decision. And I want to read from page 21 of that Shiraj decision in the Anani case. And this is Anna Bosman. The commissioner has held that a public official breaches this provision not only where there is actual conflict of interest, but also where there is a likelihood of conflict of interest.
Now,
where
to
there
raise
is already
the,
in
the
existence a personal relationship between
the
the
threshold of Article 284, to raise it, also not only when they conflict, but likelihood. Now, Deputy Chief of Staff, who is so powerful, now say, or CEO be was even in the event that it was a competitive bid, who could have actually stood against a Deputy Chief of Staff, Standobe? Standobe, I would me a peer soldier for 2 or more training. Standobe, I would me DJ camera say, next Standobe a company, or no big company, let alone when it is done through sole sourcing. And the guidelines for a yes right is very clear. The violations are there. But Sammy Gyamfi is abusing his office and he will go to jail. Sammy Gyamfi will go to jail one day. 11 million for renovation. 4 million for furniture, 843,000 for TV, 843,000. Kitchen cabinet, 297,000. Sammy Gyamfi, you will go to jail. I'm telling you. Someday soon, you will go to jail. Because there was no agency for you to give it a sole sourcing. But you did that simply because you wanted to steal from us. Now you did it against the directive of John Dramani Mahama.
You are laws to eliminate excessive waste in the procurement of government supplies and projects. Single source procurement must be the rare exception rather than the norm.
The rare exception.
We must also subject government projects above a certain threshold to value for money audits. And just this morning I was reviewing some of the procurement reports. And there was this procurement for poultry farmers, 10,000 units of something. And it was single source. The reason for single source was urgency. And one company was giving the contract to supply 10,000 units of whatever it was. The supplier and the person who assembles it was not allowed to bid. And so the company who that won it went to the supplier, bought the items for 4,500 and came and sold them for 6,600 to government and walked away with 21 million cedis on that supply. I mean, how can you do this? I mean, it was our own company we're running. How would we do a thing like this? But that is government bleeding. Everybody cutting their pound of flesh. That must stop.
John Dramani Mahama said government bleeding, everybody cutting their pound of flesh. Standobe is cutting his pound of flesh. Wellenam Dogbe, greedy people. Yedo Martina as Deputy Chief of Staff. Sika wamu diene nsuomo. Edna kwa Deputy Director General of SNE. Sika wo diene nsuono. Sammy Gyamfi yedna tiro goldbod CEO. Wa jini se ayesi amuwa shi na chi ayesi. Nsuono. Yesu amosa afa kwan so through sole sourcing. Ese wia manfo ni sika. And you Sammy Gyamfi, you go to jail. Yenti Sammy Gyamfi nse enu mu nsem bio. Yenti.
Nipa kakra bi afasika na kenten so a omo ne omo yere ne omo ma ne omo busuafo edi sika ne nyafunyafo ti sika bi ani wa de be ye oman ni ye enu nti na ye bre no enu nti na ukrom ahodo for enuma kese e wo Ghana Emrase sa aban e fa wo bi adwuma se wo medi sa adwuma ne ma oman a aban ma obi contract ho a yemamu na obi biara owo nimdie na owo capacity so obetimi aye sa adwuma. We should give that person the opportunity to compete.
Okay.
Ti efre be competitive tendering. Ma ho kwan na obi amepre adwuma ni bi. Di obetumi aye adwuma ni yie a oman no benya so mfaso abra oman ne bebo kakakra bi ne de ama no.
Nokure.
But wo hwe de ekoso wo bawomia ene omampenya kufu ado amamwo yimu a ye wo contrast akese bebre a
it's 11 billion
aban de ma bawomia nuanom a ye ma ho kwan se obi amepre bi ye si peg aso ye de sika toto so a o mine hwe sika titiri dia you will weep for Ghana as we move along. Binua
wo hwene se v boot Sammy Gyamfi wo hwene se v boot tete v boot yen replace the same words now kan yen yi din na ye ne mfa yi stand up ni nua ne wo din hye wo contract akese over 11 million which is 110 billion old cedi mudi bia toto so na mode ma through sourcing when the government requires, when the statute requires that they must be through competitive bidding. We no say ba omia de mani nuanom, but in this case you are giving it to stand up ni nuanom. O hwene such TV boot. On say wonya atumi de the very thing you were against, the very thing you were fighting vehemently against, you are doing that and even worse. And goldbod is a crime scene. Yentie Sammy Gyamfi ne fancy.
Ja hodo for enuma kese e wo Ghana. Emrase sa aban e fa wo bi adwuma se wo medi sa adwuma ne ma oman a aban ma obi contract ho a
se aban e fa koresa ye stando gbeni ni nua wele nam dogbedi a Sammy Gyamfi to aso
yemamu
yemiem yenye so sourcing Sammy Gyamfi u biemu anase o ma so sourcing to eye koresa ye stando gbedi a to aso Sammy yenti o
na obi biara owo nimdie na owo capacity so obetimi aye sa adwuma. We should give that person
it will be bia obetimi renovate a Bank of Ghana office no a goldbod e ko occupy no Sammy Gyamfi to aso
opportunity to compete.
Na emo no media me ba be ye goldbod CEO a me ma kwan bien compete me the 11 million Ghana cedi 110 billion old cedi contract be ma koresa aye ayidia aye nye so me to aso
ti efre be competitive tendering
me na minim competitive tendering e wo aye opposition na emo me buy aye aban mu no minim wo hwene certificate boot onim yentie no
o kwan na obi amepre adwuma ni bi
enso we de o ma kwan mo obi amepre bi wo de be ma stand up gbeni ni nua to aso
de obetumi aye adwuma ni yie oman no benya so mfaso abra oman ne bebo kakakra bi ne de ama no
enso me de obetimi aye adwuma ni yie o de ontimi nya ni yie o de aban bebo kakra bi o de mo kakra bi o stand up gbeni ni nua menya aye ma adwere se nam de mo no anam de mo to aso
but wo hwe de ekoso wo bawomia ene omampenya kufu ado amamwo yimu a
wo hwe de ekoso wo Sammy Gyamfi ni goldbod office ho no a to aso Sammy
ye wo contract akese bebre a
ye wo contract akese si ye renovate 11 million Ghana cedi Sammy to aso
aban de ma bawomia nuanom a
Sammy Gyamfi de ma eye stand up gbeni ni nuanom a Sammy to aso
ye ma ho kwan se obi amepre bi
wo ma kwan mu obi amepre bi so Sammy to aso
ye si peg
Yes, peg. Yen to aso.
Ye di sika toto so.
Ye di sika toto so ma TV kura ni ye turn 8 billion. Yen to aso.
O mine hwe sika titiri dia.
O mine boka wo goldbod titiri dia Sammy Gyamfi to aso.
You will weep for Ghana.
You will weep for Ghana
as we move along.
As we move along. O hwene.
Charge avodo for enuma kese e wo
hwene set TV boot. Also, we are opposition. They are not in competitive bidding. Now, they are buying Gasia. Oba and Kwasiadia Woody. Oba and Kwasiadia Woody office were Woody. Sammy Gyamfi, you are a young guy. You've been given the opportunity to serve your people. Now, more young guys here, more opportunity to serve more serve ya. Kwasiade nko na moye. Kwasiade. No hope for our nation. We don't care. Munya hunu sika no a, that becomes your motivation. We sika ni nyafu. Wisika no. Wo opposition na wonim competitive bidding. Obedru aban mu a wo CEO ho no ayi goldbod wonim competitive bidding meboa. Nyame twedi ampomfa wo bone enchew. Ade a wode ye o my Ghana no. Nyame young guy given the opportunity to serve. Look at what you are doing to the nation. Medumesia. They will to us next week.